Hey guys, welcome back to Sow Love. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am out here in the garden and I am about to take on this terrarium project. So a few weeks ago I mentioned that I was driving from my niece's birthday party and somebody had thrown out this large light fixture. So I was like, that needs to go in my garden some kind of way. So I stopped, pull over, which I'm notorious for stopping and putting, reclaiming items that people are throwing away. So pop this in the trunk, and today I figured it's a good day as any to go ahead and experiment. So I have collected some rocks, and I'm gonna actually put this larger rock in also. And then I collected a few plants. So I have a lamb's ear from the front. I have some thrift. And then I can't remember what this is called, but it's a type of succulent. I don't have any moss, which I might add some moss later on. But, we'll see. So here's that succulent, which I can't remember the name of. The label is in the front. But it is like a reddish green. I think when it's cooler it turns red. And just to make sure you saw the thrift, and then the lamb's ear. I'm also going to plant some seeds in there. I have some cosmos that I purchased at the Dollar Tree, and then some zinnia. So we'll see how these do in the container. So I'm going to put the rocks in first as gently as I can. And what I just found out as I was washing this out, there is a door, which makes sense that there would be a door to change the bulbs. So I'm going to gently place the rocks down here. So this will help with drainage, and I figure it'll also add a nice decorative element as well. So I'm going to see if I can get some of the rocks to be a little more visible around the sides. I forgot there were some wood chips in the bottom of that container. So I'm going to stack those on the sides. A little bit, give me some height and some texture. And this, guys, will be an open terrarium. So it won't be closed or sealed off. So the top is open. But the idea is still the same. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add some dirt, which I have my mix of, let's see, compost. There is some cow manure in here. There is some soil conditioner. There's some azomite clay, or azomite rock minerals. What else is in there? Topsoil and some worm castings. So that's what I'm adding into the terrarium. And I'm going to add maybe one more container full. I think I'll add a little bit more. All right, I think that's good. Okay, so I'm going to place this rock in, actually, right there. And what would be cool is if this thrift could drape around it or over it. So that will be the goal. We'll see what happens. All right, so I'm gonna water some of this in a little bit just to kind of clean up my mess also. And then moisten the soil before I plant anything. All right, we'll deal with that when we close the door. Does anybody else reclaim people's trash as a treasure? If you thrift, you probably definitely do. But it's really cool seeing, you know, people transform things that people threw out into something cool. So I think I'll place the lambs are here. Hopefully you can see. I'm gonna move you a little bit closer. Place this thrift right behind here. I have another piece as well. Let's see, I think I like it right there. So I didn't purchase any new plants for this project. It's really just kind of a cool experiment just to see how it goes. I've never done a terrarium before, but I've always liked them. So we'll see what happens. Tuck that in there. And with this cool door that's on the light fixture, I can always come back and add on filling gaps, so on and so forth. All right, so I think I'm liking that so far. So I'm gonna have one more piece. Let's put you right over here. Okay, now we're gonna add in some zinnia and the cosmos, and I think I'll just sprinkle these lightly across the top of the soil, and I'll add a thin layer of soil on top. Let's flatten this out a little bit. All right, that's all that came in there. Looked like maybe about 20 seeds in there. This will also be a cool experiment to see how vigorous the roots are of all these plants. Zinnia. Okay, we'll pat that in a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of soil right on top. And I'll water that in. All right. Let me actually show you guys how it looks before I close. So there is the terrarium all planted up. We're out here in the greenhouse. I think we're going to leave it in the greenhouse for a few days until things start to germinate, and then we're expecting some colder temperatures at night anyway. So I need to clean that up right back there. So I'll leave it in the greenhouse, allow things to germinate, and I think on Saturday, depending on how it looks, I'll come out and move it out. All right, so you'll definitely get some updates from me on this new terrarium venture. I'm going to close this up. I need to put a little adhesive possibly on the door because I think I did that watering or moving it around, the little hinge. But fingers crossed this goes well. I'm excited to see things take off in here. I'm curious to see how tall the and the cosmos get in terms of to the top of this terrarium. Along with me, I definitely will do another update. Please follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. I'd love to talk to you, see your garden space, tag me in some pictures and tell me what's going on in your space. Comment below and tell me if you've ever experimented or done any terrariums in your garden. How successful were you? What grew well? What didn't grow well? How often did you water it? Any tips that you have or want to share, please comment below. So thank you so much for joining me today. Again, this is Sow Love, and I hope to see you in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.